What is up, guys? My name is Nick, and today's video is going to be particularly interesting for those people who love to rent cars. But first, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and that like button. It really helps out my channel. It gets my video out there to everyone. So without further ado, let's jump into my computer and take a look right here. So here we are on my favorite rental car website, which is Sixt. You know, there's a lot of different car rental sites, but this one's going to be the best for Mexico and many other places around the world. And I'll get to that a little later in the video. Now, let's just go into it. I already selected Mexico City as my location. I picked the date, and let's see what offers they have for rentals. So, as you can see, the rentals start at about 15 bucks and go all the way down to $123 a day. Now, 15 bucks a day sounds really good for a car rental with unlimited mileage, but of course there's a catch. This is without any insurance, without any upgrades or anything extra included. It's just the cost of the car and nothing else, and that's why, it looks so good at first. But the thing is, in Mexico, they have a mandatory insurance policy, and a lot of other places in the world as well. So how they get you is they'll literally charge another $30 a day for insurance on these rentals. Now, I have two hacks that I usually use for this. So what I'll do here is I'll go into my login into my account. That'll probably be blurred out for you guys. Logging in. And already it took off about $6 off that rental right there. So that's one trick to get it down a few bucks. Now the other trick is, let's actually just go in and see how much this rental is going to be if we just do it the way they want. So we're going to protect my rental. For the first 1,160 bucks of any of the damages that you have to pay, it's 16 bucks. So if you get a scratch on the door, if you dent the hood, or someone breaks your mirrors, which I'll get to later in the video, you're still going to be responsible up to 1,160 bucks right there. Now for $21.47 a day, you can be responsible up to $900, which is basically the same. You're basically not saving anything. It's basically the same amount. It's a few $100s less, okay? But still, that's an extra $21.47 that you need to pay for that insurance. Now, for $0, that covers everything, is going to be $26.47. So altogether, your rental is still going to be $37. So, $0 financial responsibility. Then, if you want extra things like supplemental liability insurance, which covers choose liability protection by a third party, it's an extra $10. So altogether, we're looking at, let me see, $10, $20, $40 a day to rent the cheapest car that they have pretty much. So that, if you're trying to rent it for a week, a day, that might not be a lot for some people, but to me, that seems like a little bit too much money to be paying in Mexico or cheaper countries like that. So with all these, let's just select them, okay? We're going to select 0 liability, and we're going to do the supplemental liability insurance. So already, it came out to be even more. $55.88 for one day for one of the cheapest cars that they have on the website. Now for me, that's a little ridiculous. So without further ado, I'm going to show you how I get around this, okay? Now Sixt is the only company that offers third-party liability insurance, and that is the best part because in Mexico, it's mandatory. It's mandatory to have that. Now other companies like Enterprise, Hertz, Budget Car Rental, Dollar, they're not going to have that included for Mexico rentals or other parts of the world where it's required. But Sixt is the only car company in the world that has it included for free, which is excellent. And I'll get to why just a second. But if you're gonna do this, you need to use Sixt. If you're gonna use my trick, here we go. So here's how you do it. With these two credit cards right here, yes, there's a catch. You can't just do it without credit cards. So what we have here is the United Explorer Plus card from Chase and the Sapphire Preferred from Chase as well. Now with these two cards, they both include the damage waiver policy. You can literally have a charge from the car rental agency for $5 and it'll cover it. There's no minimum on it, and it protects it all the way up to about $80,000, I believe. I've rented Mercedes, I've rented BMWs, I've rented Cadillacs, and it's all been covered with these two cards. As long as you're not renting like exotic cars like Lamborghinis or Porsches or anything like that, these will cover pretty much anything, including theft of the car, and that's amazing. So there is a catch to this trick, which is to have these credit cards, and I'll link these down below for anyone that's interested and has halfway decent credit. I believe you need about a minimum of anywhere close to 700 for your credit score, maybe a 650 to 700 for these cards, but these are the secret to it, because with these two cards, we can actually go back into the computer, which I'll do right now. I'll show you. So let's go back to change. So with these two cards, I don't need any insurance. And like I said, the third-party liability is included with Sixt. So all I have to do is change it back to 0, take that off, and it goes down to $9.68. I've rented many cars using this system. Now, this isn't the cheapest price I've gotten to. It depends on the dates as well. And if you book in advance, online, you save extra than booking in person. You save $1 or $2. But still, I literally have this car with unlimited mileage for about $10 compared to about $55 to $60, which is an insane savings compared to just going at it with all the insurance that you need to protect everything. It's an amazing secret, and only Sixt offers this deal. Now, you might be wondering, have I been in any accidents? Has anything happened to my cars? And the answer is yes. Actually, the 3 of my cars that I've rented here in Mexico, things have happened. Yes, it's Mexico. People will rob things off the car. Actually, the latest rental I did was a BMW 320i, which unfortunately I had it parked outside in the night, and they broke one mirror and they stole the other one. Now, that might only been about $50 to them to sell one mirror, maybe even less, maybe $30. But in Mexico, that's a lot to people. But no worries, everything was covered. They sent me a reimbursement for it. So yeah, it's really good to have that protection for free while using these cards. And it's amazing to have that peace of mind if I get in an accident or anything happens, that it's going to be covered completely. So these are my best secrets, okay guys, for renting a car. It's a secret little loophole that I found with the company Sixt that really works. And I'm basically renting for dirt cheap compared to spending $50, $60 on the same car. I'm spending $5 up to $10. It's nothing. Depending on the time you rent, basically nothing, guys. So this is a little loophole that I found that really works. Of course, like I said, you need these credit cards, but that really helps bypass everything because car insurance is too expensive wherever you rent. The car companies make a lot of money charging just for the insurance. But here in Mexico, usually something happens with the cars. Everything's covered, and I'm really thankful that I've been using these cards to rent my cars here in Mexico. And in the US, everything's covered. I feel so safe by doing it. So guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you got a ton of value out of it. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button if you like my content so far. And as always, hit that like button as well, because it really helps get my video out there to more people. Now, if you want to see more videos like this, I recorded a video about my top tips on flying. I was on about 50 planes last year, and I compiled my top tips. You can check it out. It should be somewhere in this video right here. And that should do it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.